He wished a former prime minister had never been born.
Winston Churchill wasn't always on good terms with other political figures. He seemed to especially dislike other prime ministers. At one point, he declined to send a birthday card to former Prime Minister Stanley Baldwin. When asked why he refused, Churchill said, "I wish Stanley Baldwin no ill, but it would have been much better if he had never lived."
He said that a politician was revolting and boneless.
Winston Churchill had a low opinion of Labour Party politician Ramsay MacDonald. While debating a bill, Churchill said of MacDonald, "I remember, when I was a child, being taken to the celebrated Barnum's Circus, which contained an exhibition of freaks and monstrosities. But the exhibit on the program which I most desired to see was the one described as the Boneless Wonder. My parents judged that that spectacle would be too revolting and democratizing for my youthful eyes. I have waited 50 years to see the Boneless Wonder sitting on the Treasury bench."
He declared that Charles de Gaulle ought to be burned like Joan of Arc.
Winston Churchill did not have much love for French General Charles de Gaulle. The two leaders frequently had clashing opinions. Churchill once spoke of de Gaulle, saying, "He thinks he's Joan of Arc, but I can't get my bloody bishops to burn him." The French leader managed to get in his own jibe, stating, "When I am right, I get angry." Churchill gets angry when he is wrong. We are angry at each other much of the time.
He called another prime minister a sheep in sheep's clothing.
Winston Churchill had little respect for his rival, Prime Minister Clement Attlee. The two men were often thrown together in order to find solutions for the war. Churchill referred to Attlee as a sheep in sheep's clothing and a modest man with much to be modest about. Churchill even devoted a rather harsh one-liner to his rival, remarking, "An empty taxi arrived at 10 Downing Street, and when the door was opened, Attlee got out."
He suggested that even God couldn't handle his personality.
Winston Churchill was no stranger to contentious times, and while he served the crown, his ego grew to match his enormous workload. Churchill did not shy away from the larger-than-life persona he was known for, either. In fact, he seemed quite proud of his big personality. A reporter once asked the Prime Minister if he was afraid of death. Churchill responded, "I am ready to meet my Maker. Whether my Maker is prepared for the great ordeal of meeting me is another matter."
He had nothing to hide when FDR walked in and found him naked.
Winston Churchill sometimes shocked people with his informality. He even startled President Franklin D. Roosevelt a time or two. FDR stopped by Churchill's room while the Prime Minister was visiting the White House. Churchill was completely naked, however, giving dictation while having a bath. President Roosevelt wanted to leave and avoid any awkwardness. Churchill quipped, "You see, Mr. President, I have nothing to hide from you." The President's secretary, Grace Tully, later found FDR laughing about the sight of the Prime Minister pink and white all over.
He called a politician ugly when she criticized his drinking.
Many people knew that Winston Churchill liked a good drink. His constituents didn't always appreciate Churchill's tastes, however. On one occasion, British Labour Party politician Bessie Braddock could not hold back a criticism of his drinking habits. She stated, "Winston, you are drunk, and what's more, you are disgustingly drunk." Churchill replied, "My dear, you are ugly, and what's more, you are disgustingly ugly. But tomorrow I shall be sober, and you will still be disgustingly ugly."
He doubted that George Bernard Shaw would have a successful play.
George Bernard Shaw, the noted playwright behind classics like Pygmalion, once invited Winston Churchill out to see one of his theatrical works. Shaw sent tickets with a note that read, "Have 2 tickets for opening night. Bring a friend if you have one." Churchill was never one to let a jibe stand unanswered. He reportedly replied to Shaw, "Impossible to come to first night. We'll come to second night if you have one."
He prioritized taking a poo over receiving a call from a UK official.
No one likes to be disturbed while relieving himself or herself in the bathroom. Even Prime Minister Winston Churchill objected to such intrusions. While he was occupied in this manner, Churchill received a call from the Lord Privy Seal. The Prime Minister instructed his attendant to tell him, "I can only deal with one sh*t at a time."
He told a woman he'd rather die than be her spouse.
Clever as he was, Winston Churchill didn't mind borrowing a good quip if the need arose. In fact, when a political woman that many believe was former Parliament member Nancy Astor insulted him, Churchill used an older joke to burn her right back. The woman, angry that she couldn't outtalk the Prime Minister, allegedly said, "Oh, if you were my husband, I'd put poison in your tea." Not one to be outdone, Churchill supposedly rejoined, "Madam, if I were your husband, I'd drink it with pleasure."
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.